going to try this all over again. Let me know if it sounds muffled this time. All right, we're going to start all over again. The fuck?
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up,
today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
How? Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do.
Aftermath of preparation.
Good food, good mood.
Blood and circulation.
Hey, one step at a time.
Yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal.
That's better. Okay. Okay. Good morning,
Brandilla.
Brandilla.
Thought, have some concentration.
And if I make a mistake, it's called education.
I try to do this
every day and call it replication. What?
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Okay, y'all, I hear you.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. So life is easy, yo. I think there's a reason.
Hey, Cheryl Lee.
Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm not.
Other times I'm barely breathing, y'all.
You always gotta
Fight knives from the demons, y'all. Negative thoughts.
Some poison they ride. Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds.
Good morning, Thomas.
All the bad for the good.
In my head.
When I'm lost.
Hey, what? So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive vibes are overtaken.
I got patience.
One day at a time, that's how you operate a cadence. Afloat, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes
temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation.
Hey, I live my life in my head
like a narration.
Don't expect greatness through my best, man, I take it. Hey!
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good
Oh
day.
my
Today's
goodness!
gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Congratulations! Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Who had a baby?
Good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a
good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Hey, good morning, Valerie. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday, y'all. I'm so excited because this is my Friday, because tomorrow I'm off. I am off. I have a lot of work to do this weekend, though. I have a lot of things that I need to really focus on this weekend. All right, a lot of stuff I need to focus on this weekend, but I'm not going to stress over it. I'm just going to stay in the moment and enjoy the moment by moment by moment, okay? And that's what I'm going to do. So happy Thursday, y'all. Come on in. What are y'all doing for the weekend? Who on here celebrates Easter? I don't. I remember, though, growing up, every Easter we used to dress up in cute little dresses, and I used to have these patent leather shoes, right? Sometimes they would be black, sometimes they would be white, and I couldn't wait to wear my Easter outfit. Nowadays, do people still dress up for Easter? Like, do people still put on like little dresses and fancy shoes? I mean, besides the folk that go to church on Sunday, I'm just talking about families, because we didn't go to church on Sundays, but we still dressed up and just hung out at family's house or something. Do they still do that? Now, I know Ghost from Men on Bikes, the Mob Motorcycle Club, is doing a Easter hunt, right? Now, the Motorcycle Club Mob does activities for the community, okay? And so I did see them post that they're doing an Easter hunt for the kids. That is so nice. I really wish I was in Houston, because they would be hilarious. They would be laughing at me, because I would be right the fuck there looking for some damn eggs. I know, Ghost. That's what I was saying. You guys are doing the Easter hunt. Why? I want to be a part of the Easter hunt. I want to look for some damn eggs. Oh, Shirley, that is so nice. I'm so happy that you were able to be there for her. That is so beautiful. I love that, Shirley. You're such a blessing. You really, really are. You know, that's the thing that I love about this platform is that I have reached and met people that I probably would not have met before, right? People that live in Maryland, people that live in Texas, people that live in West Virginia, right? Buffalo, I've already known them, right? But the mere fact that I am meeting and meeting people from various places, right? From being on my platform and not only just talking to them on my platform, but actually meeting them in person, right? And so I have expanded the population of people I know based on this platform. I love y'all, right? And even more powerful is the fact that every person that I met on this platform has something going for them. I mean, I'm not saying that some of y'all are not toxic and some of y'all don't need no help, because that's why we here. We here because we know we're not perfect. But each one of y'all have a gift. Y'all have something. And you know what I've also realized? That I've been feeding off of each and every one of you. You know how people say, I know people have said to me that I inspire them, right? But so many people on this platform inspire me. And so this is the beauty of Coffee with Friends. It is because you get to reach people that you probably would not be able to reach before. You get your hands on resources that you might not have been able to get before, right? And so I appreciate you guys. I really the fuck do. All right. Now, a quick announcement as I update my spreadsheet, right? Because I made a comment in the in the Coffee with Friends, in the Coffee with Friends, one second. I made a comment in the Coffee with Friends Friendsgiving chat that we have on IG, and I called out 2 people that still owed their money. Well, congratulations. So Blessed has paid her money. So we only have one person that owes. Good morning, Tamika. That is Chicago. We only have one person that owes. All right. And so, really and truly, one person not paying the remainder of their balance is a cost that I'll probably have to eat, right? Even though their friends should eat it, like the men. The fuck? I told you, Ghost, to get my god dogged money. You supposed to be my hitman. You supposed to go out there and get my money for me. Didn't you vouch for the man? Right? You supposed to go and get my money for me. But we only have one person that owes their deposit. And I don't know if I'm going to get it, but I'm not worried either. The mere fact that, let me see my phone. Let me see my phone. The mere fact that, you see that money? Can y'all see that? That's how much money is sitting in my Cash App for the house. All right. I'm missing one deposit. Okay. Come on. Okay. And so one person is not that bad. So it looked like we in there. So I should be paying for this house this week. Right? Because I said March 31st. I wanted to pay for the house by April 1st. So this house is going to get paid for. Okay. And Ghost, I'm doing you. I'm doing you. I'm doing Smokey. I'm doing Chalk. Who else? Get another man in here from Texas. I'm doing Knowledge. All of y'all MFs, get my goddamn money. The Motorcycle Club. Men on bikes. I'm sending you out on a mission. Go and get my money. The fuck? This is how you protect the ladies in your crew, right? Go and get my goddamn money. with love. Damn it. Because as a matter of fact, I'm going to text him right now. I don't care. Let's text him and say, Chicago. You know, I love y'all, but I be holding motherfuckers accountable. Right? And y'all know that about me. So, hey, good morning. It's almost the 31st. ... Your balance is due. Okay, so I text him. So let's see what he says. See, he already answered. Okay. And so, I mean, you see how the ladies always got to do shit themselves. I send the men out to go get my goddamn money, and I still had to go get the money myself, right? And so, give me my money. It's not mine, it's for us. It's for the house. The house cost close to $4,000, y'all. And we have collected every penny except for one. And I want to pay this house off April 1st, as I said, because I got other things I need to focus on. And I showed y'all the balance in my account because I want y'all to know, y'all know that I'm going through, you know, a malpractice suit. And y'all know that I'm trying to scrape up some money for that. I'm this close, y'all, to putting together a GoFund. I am running into a brick wall with getting this $20,000. I really am. And I'm so frustrated because, good morning, mother. I'm so frustrated because they know that I'm gonna have a problem trying to get $20,000, right? And it's just so frustrating at this point. And I do have some friends that got money like that, but I don't know if they just gonna trust me enough to hand over $20,000 or whatever the case may be for my case in hopes that, you know, they get it back. But I don't know, y'all. I've been stressed lately, and this motherfucker's gonna get me. Like, seriously. And so I just been really thinking the last couple of days, how can I scrape this goddamn money up? So that's why I want to pay for this house and get it out the way so that I can start focusing on that, because I got to focus on that. I got to focus on my next series of trips coming up. And I know, you know, anybody listening to this is like, oh, but you planning trips. I have a business to run. At the same time, I am trying to run my business. At the same time, I'm trying to navigate my personal life. And I try to, and I try to do the best that I can. I did call. What the hell you talking about? I texted him. He responded. Listen, I know I got to fend for myself, Ghost. You know, I be asking y'all men to step up and do the right thing, but I know I got to fend for myself. This is why motherfuckers be like, Roy, why you act like a man? What does acting like a man look like? Taking care of business? Because I got to. That's what it look like. Y'all can see my gray hairs. They look like limp balls. You see the gray hairs in my hair? They look like limp balls, but they're gray hairs. They either need to come the fuck in or go the fuck away. Look. And Aquanda, it's not. It's not. A woman's job is never, ever done. You are right about that. You are 1,000% right about that. But anyway, good morning, y'all. Happy Thursday. Come on in. I just want to share the good news that the house is practically paid for. We just have one deposit that needs to come in. And then I will pay the house, and then the rest of the money that sits in the Cash App account will go towards the groceries. All right. And everyone is responsible to bring 2 bottles of whatever they fucking drink to the house or contribute to it when they get to the house. Because I mean, we got men there with cars and shit. They can make liquor store runs, get the liquor, but you need to contribute 2 bottles of whatever it is you're drinking. That doesn't mean that you can't drink everybody else's drink, because we've never been like that, right? We just buy liquor. If you drink, if you sip on something that somebody else has, that's fine. I joked in Houston on the last trip because we bought Douce, and Fancy K came in with Douce, and everybody wanted to take a shot of Douce, and I was like, yo, what the fuck y'all bring? But I was just kidding, y'all. As long as you come in the house with liquor. But if you know you like Douce, don't fucking buy Crown Royal or some cheap ass shit and then come in the house wanting to drink Douce. If you know you like Angel's Envy, I know it costs $60 and up, but if that's what you like, then bring it in the house. Don't come in the house with no fucking Smirnoff trying to drink Angel's Envy, right? Because I'm coming in the house with 2 of my whiskeys. I might get an Uncle Nearest and then an Angel's Envy or whatever the case may be, and I am more than happy to share. But I don't drink Smirnoff, so don't bring Smirnoff and then not want to drink your shit. I'm saying. Because you know motherfuckers will buy cheap ass liquor and be like, I contributed, but then want to drink your shit. And you be like, you contributed shit that I don't drink. And obviously you don't either. I'm going to be watching y'all. And don't come in the house with no raspberry flavored drink, because it tastes like Robitussin. If I see somebody come in the house with raspberry, I'm going to make sure that that's what they drinking. Because don't nobody want that. Or blackberry or whatever the fuck it is. It tastes like Robitussin. See, these are all warnings. But I'm excited, y'all. Friendsgiving is happening. Now, all I got to do is worry about my airplane ticket, because I live in Houston. So once I fly to Houston, I got a place to stay. I'm traveling with the Houston folks that live there, Debbie and Fancy. They're going to get me to the house, and we're just going to have a good time. Valerie, she knows. She stays. You know, Debbie, I'm sorry. I know Debbie is not on here yet. I love you, Debbie. I do. Because I just be like, you can stay there. You can stay there. And I know Debbie, she's so sweet. She's not going to be like, fuck you, Robin. No. So I can't invite anybody else to stay at Debbie's house going forward, because I've invited enough people to stay there. So the people that have already stayed there, like Valerie or whatever, I'm sure, and Cheryl Lee and whatever, I'm sure that that's not going to be a problem. But I'm going to have to get Debbie's permission going forward, because I just be like, come and stay with us. Come and stay with us. But I love it. All right. Okay. Deb is so sweet. Wow, Johnny, that's not a bad idea. Set up a pay bar. They would hate my guts, Johnny. That's a good idea. No, get off of here. I know not to volunteer her home. Debbie and I already spoke about it. I didn't need you to say that. The fuck? I'm glad 350 is done. That weight is off my shoulder. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Everybody done got their weight off their shoulder for what they owed for the house, except one person. But that's okay. We're going to get it one way or another. I have already figured out that there was going to be a percentage of people that might not maintain their commitment and that I would have to cover for. That's the risk in business, right? But that's also a learned lesson. Anybody going forward, okay, all these trips going forward, I'm going to keep a naughty list. Those that I had to chase down for their fucking money is going to have to pay full price anytime they want to go on one of our friends given or friends missed trips. Any trip where we're renting a house, the people on the naughty list is going to have to pay full price up front, no deposits, because RAW don't have any money to be throwing away and wasting. Okay? Not that it's a waste, because we'll have a good time, but listen, don't put that burden on me. I'm trying to bring us together. I'm trying to have a good time, and I'm trying to do it with very little financial impact on each person. $250 wasn't a lot to ask for y'all asses to be up in a $4,000 house in Galveston with some fucking food. That's not a lot, right? Because I was conscious for those that had to fly in right? So that might be another $200 for you to fly in. So really and truly, your whole trip will cost you about $550 with your liquor purchase. That's not bad. Right. Tell them, Valerie. Yes, Aquanda. Now go focus on the Dominican Republic. For those that want to go for, you're halfway. Wow, she's trying to get VIP again, y'all. She trying to get VIP again. She already halfway to paying her flight to DR. You know, I'm planning on paying off my DR trip next month, right? I need to get that out the way because then I need to focus on getting my airline ticket for DR, right? I got a lot of shit to focus on, right? But I know I talked about these GoFund apps, but I might have to create one, y'all. So don't be laughing if y'all see me post up a GoFund because I really got to collect money for this trial. I can't let these people beat me. I can't. I cannot. So today is March 28th. March is the month of awareness, and we're almost out of March. Let's see what March 28th has for us. March got a lot of shit to be reading. Deb, I just talked about you. Deb, we have everyone paid for the house in Friendsgiving except one person. All right. And so that's not so bad. Okay. So we're $150 short. You know, that's our grocery money. Some of our grocery monies. But that's okay. It's better than 2 and 3 people not paying. You know what I'm saying? And so we have one person with monies that still needs to come in, and I hope their monies come in. But if it doesn't, it's not the worst in the world. I'll have to cover it. But again, learn lesson. You will be put on the naughty list. And if you ever want to travel with Coffee with Friends again, you will have to pay your full fee up front. I'm sorry. Okay, I know that don't sound fair, but it ain't fair if I have to pay your share of the money. I mean, you're not coming to the house. You just lost your deposit, right? And so, you know, it'd just be less boys in the bunk bedrooms because, you know, we putting the boys together. I know they hate it, but it's all right. Ladies need a little bit more privacy. You know, we got our cootie cats and shit like that. Boys can sleep together, you know, in bunk beds and shit like that. And plus, we'll be doing so much drinking and card playing that they ain't gonna give a shit. Ghost and Smokey slept on the couch one night. What? They never made it to a bedroom. So I'm telling you, don't worry about the small things, okay? We're gonna have a great, great, great time. All right. And I guarantee you that you'll want to come on the next trip. Okay. You will come on the next trip. All right. And so, baby, thank you for giving me one less thing to worry about because I got enough shit on my fucking plate. And I've been stressed, y'all. I've been really struggling. And this is my honest. When I cussed out my family member the other day, I am stressed. So people have to tread lightly with me right now because I'm going through a lot of shit and I'm still popping up on Coffee with Friends and I'm still saying, hey, y'all, hey, it's raw to the bone, right? But inside, my stomach hurt. I'm fucking nervous. I'm falling apart half the time because I'm sitting here going, why are these motherfuckers doing this? You know? But God always got me. And that's the faith that I'm going to live on right now. That God is going to see me through and that money is going to come to me. I know it is somehow. I'm not seeing it right now, but sometimes, there's darkness before there is light. There's darkness before there is light. And so I ask that y'all pray for me and pray for my strength and pray for my mental capacities as I go through this journey that I'm going through. Okay? Because I live my life out loud and you guys are going to see how this all plays out one way or another. All right. And so I haven't been as active. Debbie, we got a group chat. I haven't been as active. I've been exhausted mentally. I've been jumping on TikTok more because it's a relaxed environment for me. It takes away my heavy thoughts for a moment in time. And so that's why I do it. And so that's why I've been jumping on Coffee with Friends late, because, sometimes I struggle to come on here and be inspirational for other people, because I'm trying to maintain my own mental through this challenge that I have. And it's funny because there's a young woman on TikTok who inboxed me, and she also had a hysterectomy, and she's not recovering well. And I forgot to go back to her TikTok and read her message. She begged me to read her message, and I didn't read her message, and that was my bad. So I'm sorry about that, Butterfly, but I'm going to go read this message. I don't know. I don't see her message. Did she message me? I don't see her message. I don't see her message. But, no, I don't see her message. But she did say she was going to message me because she wanted to talk to me about her experience um, with her hysterectomy, right? As women, as Black women, some of us don't get acceptable care, and some women don't tell their story. And so if I'm inspiring other people to stand up and talk about the unacceptable care that they're getting in the medical field as a Black woman, I'm more than happy to focus on that, right? Just give me some time, because mentally, I'm a little bit out there, stressed. March 28th, right? March is the month of awareness, all right? I open my heart and mind to be aware. I must believe that whatever it is, I can handle. This message is for me. You have earned the right to be exactly where you are, whatever the situation, circumstances, predicament, or challenges that face you at this very moment. You have earned the divine right to be where you are. You have earned the right to go through what you are going through based on the way you got through, got over, went around, or handled a similar situation. You learned something then that you can surely use now. Think about it. You have already demonstrated your ability to get up. You have clearly exhibited your desire to get over. You have made it perfectly clear that you can handle the rough times and the hard stuff as you navigated through the tight places. Now you have the opportunity to demonstrate how your skills have improved. With all that you have been through, have been challenged by, have confronted, and have overcome, you have earned the right to live with this, make it through this, overcome this, and benefit from the divine opportunity that now stands before you. I need this message today. Think about it. You have always been there for you. You have always demonstrated you have what it takes. You know how to make it through the ups and the downs, the ins and the outs, the good times and the hard times. You have done it before. You will do it again. Why you? Because you are a good student. Why now? Because you have earned the right to do what it takes. Now get to it. Until today, you may not have realized just how good you are. Just for today, see everything that lies before you as a divine opportunity to remember. Today, I am devoted to reminding myself of the good I have done and the goodness that I am. This is a reminder that I'm still a student, right? And obviously, I've been a good student because I have gotten through every circumstance that have come my way. And what this message is saying today is, whatever situation I'm in right now, I deserve to be here because I have been a good student. right? And everything that I have learned throughout my life will be applied to this new experience. I'm a good student, and I will get through this thing like I've gotten through everything else. Sometimes we have to be reminded, right, that, we have to, faith. What did they say? Faith is the size of a mustard seed. I got to have it. I got to have it. That is the message today. Be aware that you are still a student. And all the trials and tribulations that you've been through is just you being a good student and learning how to navigate your life through that. Okay? That message is going to resonate with me throughout this day. And tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Until I get through this other milestone. And then I'm going to be like another challenge I graduated from. Another thing that I have overcome. One way or another, right? One way or another. Right? Faith the size of a mustard seed. That's it. And that's all. What a message. What a message. And I didn't even know that that's what that message was going to say today. I didn't. But even though I don't go to church and even though I don't believe in the Bible as it is written word for word, I know a higher spirit carries me through. And when I look back on my life and see what I've come from, how can I not believe I won't get through this? I will. One way or another, I will. Okay? So with that being said, what are we talking about today? We are still on all about love, right? This is an interesting topic because it kind of reminds me of the situation that I'm in right now, right? Where greed is the message. Greed, simple love. That is from the book of All About Love. What do y'all think greed, simple love means? Just by that simple statement. Greed, simple love. What do y'all think that means? This is chapter 7. For anybody that's still reading the book or wants to read the book, or if not reading the book, you're reading it with us on Coffee with Friends, because the one thing about this show is we are aiming to be better and do better, right? And one of the things is learning love, self-love, and learning how to love other people and unpacking that toxic love that you were shown growing up and stop applying it to your current relationships because it's toxic, right? Greed, simple love, chapter 7. Okay? The fading away of greed and hatred is the foundation for liberation. Liberation is the sure heart's release, an understanding of the truth so powerful that there is no turning back from it. Good morning, Hillbilly. That's written by Sharon Salzberg. Okay? Simple greed, simple love, chapter 7. Although we live in close contact with neighbors and masses of people in our society feel alienated, cut off alone, isolation and loneliness are central causes of depression and despair. How many people have felt lonely even in a room full of people, even with people that have significant others, even with people that live in a house with their children, but you still feel a sense of loneliness that leads you to depression and despair. Yet there are the outcome of life in a culture where things matter more than people. Things matter more than people. How did we get there? Materialism creates a world of narcissism in which the focus of life is solely on acquisition and consumption. People focus on what you got, what you can give, and we move away from love, right? A culture of narcissism is not a place where love can flourish. The emergence of the me culture is a direct response to our nature's failure to truly actualize the vision of democracy articulated in our Constitution and Bill of Rights. In the me culture, we consume and consume with no thoughts of others. How do y'all feel about that? Greed, a simple love. People focus materialistic things over love. Greed, simple love. Confronted with a seemingly unmanageable emotional universe, some people embrace a new Protestant work ethic, convinced that a successful life would be measured by how much money one made and the goods one could buy with this money. You know, when you go out and you meet people, what's some of the questions they ask you? What do you do for a living? Right? Because a lot of people, based on that question, you can kind of figure out how much they make, right? When someone tells you, oh, I work for, MTA. What do you do for MTA? I'm a conductor. Okay, that's easy to look up. I can look up what a conductor makes for MTA, right? Oh, I work for the city. I work for sanitation. I can look up what sanitation makes, okay? I'm a senior project manager in corporate America. You can look up what the salary ranges are for project managers in corporate America. When people ask you what you do for a living, sometimes it's to calculate how much money you make. The good life was no longer to be found in community and connection. It was to be found in accumulation and fulfillment of hedonistic, materialistic desire. In keeping with this shift in values from a people-oriented to a thing-oriented society, we moved away from people-oriented to a thing society. People look at you based on what you have. The rich and the famous, particularly movie stars and singers, began to be seen as the only relevant cultural icons. This is what I be saying. When I scroll through my timeline and people worship these movie stars and these singers, right? And they try to strive for what these people have. We make them relevant based on materialistic things. And we move away from simple love. Gone were the visionary political leaders and activists. Suddenly, it was no longer important to bring an ethical dimension to the work life. Making money was the goal. And by whatever means, widespread embrace of corruption undermined any chance that a love ethic would resurface and restore hope. I bought a Jeep once for me and my friends. We drove it, we broke it, we fixed it, we repeated. I love that hillbilly. The memories are beautiful. I love that hillbilly. Right? How many of us are focused on things, materialistic things? Now, I mean, for me, my honest, right? I do, in a way, need to know your financial footing because I'm already living, right? a specific lifestyle. It's not because I want you to buy me Louis Vuitton bags. It's not because I want you to buy me the newest and the fastest car, right? But when I look at someone, a potential partner, a potential mate, it's not about how much they make. It's about how much drive they have, what their vision is, what their goals are in life, right? Because we can make money one day and the next day we can lose it. But I need to know what your drive is, how ambitious you are, what your grind looks like, right? To make sure that we maintain a roof over our head and a comfortable lifestyle together. Right? You know, I wouldn't fuck with a Jeep. That's my opinion. I bought my son a Jeep and that shit gave me hell. And a friend of mine had a Jeep too, and that gave his ass hell. Brand new Jeeps. You know, now I do know people who never had a problem with their Jeep, but because I know that I had a bad experience with a Jeep and another friend of mine had a bad experience with a Jeep, I wouldn't fuck with them no more. But I do only drive SUVs. And so I am in line with getting a truck. Like right now, currently I drive a Lincoln SUV. But I would like to have that Bronco, that big ass Bronco with the big fucking tires. And it's so funny because every time I say I want that fucking big ass Bronco, people ask me, how the fuck you gonna get in it? Cause you so little. I be like, I don't care. I'm gonna have that fucking step bar at the bottom so I can fucking step on it and hold on to the old shit handle and pull my ass in the truck. I like big things. I do. Tall, big old men, big old trucks. I love it. Yes, Hillbilly, experiences is your end goal. Val said I had a Cherokee, the square green one. I traded it because it was scary. It felt like it would blow over on the windy days. Okay. Oh, you had the square one? My son had the Grand Cherokee limited edition. And he drove it for a little while, but then when he went into the house, it's a long story, but it gave me trouble. Deb said, yes, experiences are where it is. That's my goal as well. And so many other people I come in contact with these days. At the end of the day, that's what we will hold dear to. Yes, memories. And this is why some people say, why do you take so many pictures? Why do you do that? Memories. See, Hillbilly, that's what I said. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you, Hillbilly. I'm agreeing with you. Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Greed was the order of the day, mirroring the dominant capitalist culture. A few individuals in poor communities prospered while the vast majority suffered endless unsatisfied cravings. Imagine a mother living in poverty who has always taught her children the difference between right and wrong, who has taught them to value being honest because she wants to provide them with moral ethic universe, who suddenly accepts a child selling drugs because it brings into the home financial resources for both necessary and unnecessary expenses. Let me pause here. This said a mother in a poor community who focused on teaching her child right from wrong, instilling moral and ethical universe, but then sometime down the road accepted her child selling drugs just to bring money into the house to pay for both necessary and unnecessary expenses. Her ethical values are eroded by the intensity of longing and lack. How many people have lost their ethical values and their morals because of materialistic things? No diddy. Now, allegedly, all these people in the music industry all of a sudden are coming out talking about they've been touched, their booty hole has been violated, all this kind of shit. They've been drugged with some pink cocaine. I don't know all of this alleged shit that's going around. But why do you think these people allowed these things to happen? Because they were promised a lifestyle. They were promised money. They were promised contracts. They were promised dreams. They were living off of materialistic dreams, giving up their booty holes. Allegedly. Right? We lost all ethical value over materialistic things. We, in instances where we should be saying no, in valuing ourselves above all else, and holding on to our morals and our ethics. We don't, some of us, because we would prefer to have the money and the lifestyle, materialistic things. Her ethical values were from a longing, were erased due to a longing and a lack. But she no longer sees herself as living at odds. With the consumer culture she lives in, she has become connected, one with the culture of consumption and driven by its demands. You know, this is a broad example, but let me take it down a few notches, right? When we stay in relationships because a motherfucker can pay half the rent, we have now traded materialistic living, right, and consumption over our own ethical values, our own morale, because we are so consumed with maintaining a living condition based on somebody else's financial input. Instead of some of us saying, you know what, I would rather sacrifice this space and this lifestyle and maintain my morale and my ethical footprint and downsize to a cheaper place that I can afford by myself. But some people won't. Because greed. And you might not see it as greed. You might not. But what are you trading for? Comfortability, for materialistic things, for money? What is it you're trading? Deb said, how do we get back to simple? I don't know, Deb. Like Hillbilly said, unplug from the internet. Go visit instead of calling. Yes, Hillbilly. Go back to the old times. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I hate to talk on the phone. I'll FaceTime before I just talk on the phone. I'll FaceTime you or I'll text you to death. Right? Yes, Val. Everything comes with a price. What are you willing to pay? In Stanton Peele's useful book, Love and Addiction, this is a good point. Love and addiction. He makes the insightful point that addiction is not about relatedness. Addiction makes love impossible. Most addicts are primarily concerned with acquiring and using their drug, whether it be alcohol, cocaine, heroin, sex, or shopping. And I just had this conversation with a friend of mine the other day. I said, you know, people look down on people that are addicted to drugs and they go, oh my God, this person is an addict. But I know someone who has an addiction to shopping. And guess what? Their behavior can be just as irrational as a person that's on drugs. Why do we look at one addiction as worse than the other? Addiction is an addiction. And those addictions drive us into a realm of consumption and materialistic things, money. Hence, addiction is both a consequence of widespread lovelessness and a cause. Only the drug is sacred to an addict. Drug. shopaholic, heroin user, sex, cocaine user. They all drugs. Relationships of intimacy and closeness are destroyed as the addicted individual participates in a greedy search for satisfaction. Greed characterizes the nature of this pursuit because it is unending. The desire is ongoing and can never be fully satisfied. Mm. Mm. So reading that, when you think about your life, what is it you're trading for materialistic things? What is it you are trading for materialistic things? And you might not think you're trading anything, but again, it can be something as simple as living an unhappy life just so that you can maintain a lifestyle. Because consumerism has become more important than simple love. It has. Valerie, you better scream it. And that's why I check myself sometimes. When people tell me, oh, this person is addicted to drugs, the most I would say is, please make sure that I'm not around that person because I don't want that person to act irrational because it might scare me. But I check myself before judging that person because I have to ask myself, RAW, what are some of your addictions? Right? What are some of the things you're working on? What are some of the things that you feel that you need to have on an everyday basis that you're willing to sacrifice to keep having these things in your life? Check yourself at the door. It is sad, Val. It is sad. Hillbilly said, new things in packages piss me off. Use that shit. Don't hoard. You are not a dragon. Right? You go to people's house and they be having new shit in plastic. You be like, why? When you gonna use that? That's a hoarder to me. Because everything I buy, I open. Fuck that. You ain't gonna come in my house and see shit in plastic. If it's in here, I'm using it. The fuck? Well, then there's that. Because you can't take the shit with you. You can't. Host dinner for friends. Right. When's the last time somebody on here hosted dinner for friends? I know I don't. How do we get back to simple? See, I make notes in my book. All over this nation, greed motivates individuals to place themselves in life-threatening situations. Our prisons are full of people whose crimes were motivated by greed, usually the lust for money. While this lust is the natural response of anyone who has totally embraced the values of consumerism, when these individuals harm others in their pursuit of wealth, we are encouraged to see their behavior as aberrant. We are all encouraged to believe they are not like us, yet studies show that many people are willing to lie to gain monetary advantage. Most people are tempted by longings to endlessly consume or try to acquire wealth by any means. In recent years, the public support of gambling, how many casinos are opening up everywhere, both in lotteries and casinos, has heightened the awareness that the desire for money can be addictive. Yet the fact that large numbers of working and middle-class people gamble away their hard-earned incomes in the hope of becoming wealthy is never national news. Many of these hardworking citizens lie and cheat other family members to sustain their habits. Consumerism. While they will not be arrested or put in prison, their dysfunctional behavior undermines the trust and care in families. They have more in common with prisoners who risk everything in the hope of making easy money than they have with family members who want loving connection to be more important than the lust for material success. Hillbilly, I know you live a simple life. Simple in the fact that it's simple, but it's not simple because you are not driven by social media. And the mere fact that you join my show it's beautiful, Hillbilly, because I know you don't have a social media footprint. This is not your thing. You're an outdoors guy. You're very connected with your family. You're very connected with your friends. You're very connected with building your memories. You treat your family. You teach your family survival skills, right? There's a love there. There's a connection. You are providing simple love. Consumerism is not your focus. 22 people? That's a big ass dinner. I love it. I love it. I love it. The same politics of greed is at play when folks seek love. They often want fulfillment immediately. Genuine love is really an emotional space where needs are instantly gratified. To know genuine love, we have to invest time and commitment. As John Wellwood reminds us in The Journey of the Heart, the path of conscious love, dreaming that love will save us, solve all of our problems, or provide a steady state of bliss or security, only keeping us stuck in a wishful fantasy, undermining the real power of love. Right? What are you sacrificing for materialistic things? What happiness are you pushing to the side just so that you can fit into the consumerism society? When greedy consumption is in order of the day, dehumanization becomes acceptable. Then treating people like objects is not only acceptable, but is a required behavior. It's the culture of exchange, the tyranny of marketplace values. Those values inform attitudes about love. Cynicism about love leads young adults to believe there is no love to be found and that relationships are needed only to the extent that they satisfy desires. How many times do we hear someone say, well, if that person is not satisfying your needs, you should get rid of them? How many people have given their friends or family members advice and said, if that person is not satisfying your needs, you need to get rid of them? I said it. I'm guilty. I have said it to people. Okay? They are disposable. If it does not work, drop it, throw it away, get another. Committed bonds, including marriage, cannot last when this is a prevailing logic. And friendships or loving communities cannot be valued and sustained. We easily throw each other away because we can't provide materialistic items. How did we get here? How did we get here? How do we let go of material desires and get back to simple love? That's the question. How do we do that? When you self-reflect on your life, what is playing out in your life from a consumerism aspect that you need to check? How can we get back to simple love? Everyone finds it difficult to resist the dictates of greed. Letting go of material desires may compel us to enter the space where our emotional wants are exposed. When I interviewed popular rap artist Lil' Kim, I found it fascinating that she had no interest in love. While she spoke articulately about the lack of love in her life, the topic that most galvanized her attention was making money. I came away from our discussion awed by the reality that a young Black female from a broken home with less than a high school education could struggle against all manner of barriers and accumulate material riches, yet be without hope that she could overcome the barriers blocking her from knowing how to give and receive love. And y'all wonder why so many of these relationships that we see on social media with these artists and these singers and these movie stars, we always say, why they don't last? Why they don't last? Right? Because people are not focused on love in some cases. How do we get back to simple love? That's the message today. Greed, simple love. How do we get back to simple love? We are all vulnerable. We have all been tempted. Even those of us committed to an ethic love are sometimes tempted by greedy desires. These are dangerous times. It is not just the corrupt who fall sway to greed. Individuals with good intentions and kind hearts can be swept away by unprecedented access to power and privilege. How about that? Are you that person? Are you that person? Are you that person that is more focused on materialistic items? The last piece I'm going to read from this book is this, from this chapter. To save our planet, we can stop thoughtful waste. We can recycle and support ecologically advanced survival strategies. We can celebrate and honor communalism and interdependency by sharing resources. All these gestures show a respect and a gratitude for life. When we value the delaying of gratification and take responsibility for our actions, we simplify our emotional universe. Living simply makes loving simple. The choice to live simply necessarily enhances our capacity to love. It is the way we learn to practice compassion, daily affirming our connections to the world community. Greed, simple love. That was the topic today. That was the topic today. Okay? Greed, simple love. Assess your own life and see where you fit into consumerism and materialistic, and see what you are sacrificing in place of being loved and giving love, right? Because sometimes we have to check ourselves at the door. We do. We get focused on other people's lifestyles and strive for the wrong thing. And that's why a lot of us can't find successful and meaningful relationships, right? Because a lot of people are in it for what they can get from a materialistic aspect and not from what they could get from the heart. Right? People are afraid to fall in love, but they're not afraid to get in relationships to live a lifestyle. All because we want to be like what we see. But yet, when you really pay attention to the Halle Berrys of the world and the Cardi B's of the world and the Megan Stallions of the world and all these people in the world that are in front of you, how many divorces have they had? How many problems have they had? Portia Williams was just running around with her Simon Guobadia, celebrating all her riches and driving Rolls Royces, and now led into divorce because the money was the focus. The lifestyle was the focus. All the while, she didn't realize that she was with someone with charges against them. That had immigration issues, that had all these scandalous business deals. Because that wasn't what she was. She wasn't concerned with who he was. She was concerned with the lifestyle that he could provide. So now it's ugly. right? Those people that signed the Bad Boy Records, that wanted to be a part of Diddy's recording company or whatever, right? Allegedly, these people trade their ethical values to be a part of something they thought was bigger. And yet here we are. Here we are. It doesn't seem like anything good comes from the search for consumerism and materialistic things. If we lead with that, how healthy are our relationships? What are we giving up? Where are our ethical values? Where are our moral values? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Well, Laquanda, sometimes you have to sit down with yourself and you have to ask yourself why you couldn't get to chapter 1, right? How are you choosing? You see, me, I'm doing the work because I know that I haven't gotten the storybook love that I want because it's me, right? Because I needed to work on myself. I needed to understand what love was for me first. You can't look for a storybook love when you don't understand how to love yourself. And the reason I say that, Aquanda, is everybody on here, I hold accountable and I pull y'all motherfuckers to the carpet because I'm not one to strive off of just petting you and making you feel good if I think you could do better and be better. And I hope that you do the same thing for me. But Aquanda, you can't make it to chapter 1 because you're struggling with loving yourself. Like, I'm going to tell you no lie. Yesterday, I was tempted to silence your posts on social media because I'm watching you not love yourself, right? It's not funny when you repost these old stories with things to your head and the comments that you make. It's very unloving. You cannot attract a love that you are seeking by showing that you don't love yourself. Your posts are screaming for help. Your posts are screaming for a journey of love for yourself. Stop looking for that external love. Focus on yourself. When your timeline changes and you start showing up for yourself, the posts that you posting will not exist. And I didn't mean to call you out here, baby girl, but you're posting stuff, and anybody on here that sees, that follows you, sees it. But a lot of people won't speak on it. They'll just ignore it. But that's not me. That's not what Coffee with Friends is about. Okay? And so, Aquanda, before you can get to chapter 1, fuck loving somebody else. Love yourself. And right now, you're not doing that. Not with them posts you're posting. They're not funny. They're not entertaining. They're scary. Right, Hillbilly? We cannot. Aquanda is a part of Coffee with Friends, right? But in this journey with Coffee with Friends, we're not just here talking. We're here learning. We're here building. We're trying to be better, do better. So if I see anybody on Coffee with Friends posting publicly and looking like they're spinning out of control, and when I reach out to you, you tell me, ha, 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 it's just jokes, I don't like it. And I'm going to speak on it. If nobody else speaks on it, I'm going to speak on it because I love you. And I pull everybody to the carpet, and I hope you pull me to the carpet too, because this platform is about accountability. I will not sit here and watch people tumble, and just brush it by. That's not what Coffee with Friends is about. Thank you, Debbie. Debbie knows. It really upsets me. It does, because I'm an empath. And when I see people doing that, I don't find it funny or entertaining. I find it sad. I find this a call for help. And again, my uncle committed suicide 2 years ago. I don't fucking play with that shit. So if you want to get to chapter 1 of love, focus on loving yourself. And I'm saying this with love. And Debbie knows, because I be like, I can't take it. It's the wrong kind of attention, Aquanda. And again, with love. You know? This is the truth platform. Let's be truthful to each other. You see each other spinning out of control. You see somebody that looks like they're crying out for help. Don't ignore it. Say something to them. And if they laugh it off and they think it's funny, check them. Let them know it's not. That's simple love. To me, loving you enough to tell you what I see and how I feel about what I see. And being honest about it and not laughing at it because it's not funny. Okay? Let's get back to simple love and being honest with each other, being truthful with each other, standing in the truth, helping each other. It doesn't mean we got to get up and help you walk, or we got to get up and send you money. Helping each other could be a simple notation like I did today to tell you how I feel about what I see. With love. And with that, y'all, that's my message today. All right. Again, we have our house is almost paid for, y'all. Exactly, Ghost. And that's exactly my concern. Every joke has some truth to it. Great point, Ghost. So I'm sharing the house and the people on the list, okay? We only have one person that owes a deposit, all right? And they've confirmed that they will be sending me their money, okay? And so once I get that last deposit, I'm going to pay. I'm probably going to pay off the house irregardless within the next week. I don't have to pay this house off for another couple of months, but I need to get it out the way April, okay? Because I have other things that I want to worry about, and I want this house paid for, okay? And so my goal is to pay for this house. And just so that you guys know, let me see, trips. Just so y'all know, this is the balance to the house, so that y'all know we pay half and this is the balance. Okay? I'm just saying, I'm not trying to trick nobody out of no money. Okay? Not at all. All right? And I showed y'all the balance of the house, and y'all can see the balance of the money I collected thus far. All right? So with the additional payment from Chicago, and of course I add the rest of my balance, and don't worry about my balance because I'm paying for the house. The fuck. So whatever is left over is on me. Okay? But I've been promised that the last payment, the last person's deposit will be coming in. Okay, and so we are in here. So once I pay off the house, I will update the flyer and it will show paid. Y'all will have, I mean, the same list of people are coming, I believe, since they all paid. All right. And so we have a Friendsgiving that will be happening. Okay. So by next week, we should have the house paid for, and that's it. And then I could just focus on the Dominican Republic trip. Okay, which is Dominican Republic, Breathless. If you have not paid your deposit, $50 per person, get your monies in. All right. I'm just saying. Get your monies in. Link is in my bio. Click it. The booking page is there. If you have any questions, don't call me. Call Aspire to More Travel, aka Avia Banks. She will help navigate you through this trip. Okay. Yeah, but them pictures, Aquanda, them pictures with things holding shit to your head and shit like that, that's toxic. You almost, I'm gonna be honest, you almost had me unfollow you because, and I'm just being honest, y'all, because I'm going through a really hard time right now in my life, okay? And certain things trigger me. And if your timeline is triggering me, I might have to unfollow you or silence your timeline for a period of time. And that is protecting my peace. That is protecting my mental, because I don't fucking play around lightly with shit like that. When people post shit, about killing themselves and doing all kinds of shit, I don't find it funny. I don't find it entertaining. I don't find it cute. I don't find it. So apologies in advance if you find out that I unfollowed you or some shit or silenced you, because I have to protect my own mental peace. And you know what? I can't tell you what to do on your page. I can only tell you what it looks like. Right? I'm just saying. And so with that, y'all, I'm out because I got work to do and it's 10 o'clock. Oh, God, I think I have a meeting. I have to go, y'all. I believe I have a meeting. Let me see. Oh, my meeting is at 11:30. Okay, I almost panicked because I'm like, oh my God, because I know I really have to have this meeting. This meeting is with my boss. But I'm going to fear y'all be well. I love y'all. I'm going to send y'all out with the positive vibes because you know what I say? No matter how low, even when you feel low, you can still go. And you can. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Yep. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answered to no, man, I still go. And I don't. I'm Royalty D-Bone, and this is Coffee with Friends. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Happy Thursday, y'all. Friday Eve. Get this message on the way out. Hustle hard. Hey. What? Through the system, I don't wanna be saved. I've been doing shit my way, on the highway, and in the driveway is a nice way. Hey, what? Bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient. It's believe what? With the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. What? Even when you feel low, you can still go. And you can. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Yep. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. And I don't, y'all. Peace, I'm out. Go.